Hey everybody, Wes here from Scamps Automotive. Today I'm working on a 2002 Chevy Tahoe and it's making some real horrible grinding noises. Just in general, just kind of feels like the wheel's about to fall off, real loose on the front end. So the customer is really concerned. I'm going to show you what I found. So the front on these things, it's a front independent suspension, which means that each wheel on the front moves independently from the other, opposed to the rear axle where it's a solid axle, so it moves together. So if you have some strange noises or looseness or whatnot in the front end, excuse me, first thing you want to do, just jack the car up and shake the wheel. That'll tell you a lot about the condition of the ball joints, the wheel bearing, the tie rods, see if anything's loose, to figure out what's going on. So I got my jack on already. This is about as bad as I've seen it. I mean, this thing's about 5 minutes from falling off. It's so loose. It's absurd. And that's the wheel bearing itself. If you look under there, I can see the whole wheel's moving, but the ball joints are not moving. So, you want to be careful not to misdiagnose it, because sometimes movement can be the upper or the lower ball joints. It can be the bearing. It might be your tie rods. In general, grab it at the top and at the bottom at the same time and shake it up and down. That's gonna indicate something wrong with either your ball joints or your wheel bearing. If you grab it on each side, both hands, shake it, that typically indicates something wrong with your steering linkage. So this one's super bad, super dangerous, and what it is, the way Chevy services these things is it's a whole hub assembly. So you got the wheel hub that the wheel itself bolts onto, and then here the bearing is sealed inside of here. I'll show you here. The bearing is sealed inside of here, and then this bolts to the steering knuckle, and then this spins. And this, of course, is your ABS sensor. So most domestic manufacturers do it like this, where it's serviced as a whole hub assembly. You can't buy just the bearing or the seals or anything, which is actually nice because it makes it easier to service. You'll find that a lot of foreign manufacturers, Japanese in particular, they like to use a design where you have to press the hub out, get a separate bearing, separate seals, press the new hub in. It's honestly kind of a pain in the ass. So this is really simple to replace. This will fix their problem. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, so I've been doing this for a long time, and this has got to be by far the worst I've ever seen. Look at that. That outer bearing, actually both bearings are just completely gone. This is unbelievable. I mean, the only thing holding that wheel on was this axle nut right here. I mean, the whole thing was, not even any bearings in there. That's crazy. And so the rotor was moving so badly. You see how it gouged the hell out of this caliper bracket. I mean, look at that. So it smoked the brake pads. Look at this one. It's got like this gnarly taper in it. Destroyed the rotor surface. Really, all this grease and everything, it's just, I think it's just thrown from the inside of the bearing, but this axle might be trashed too. I don't know. I'm trying to save this lady some money, but wow, look at that. That is crazy. How long did they have to drive around with it with not noticing how bad that was? Come on, people. If something doesn't sound right, doesn't feel right, take a second and check it out. This is literally like so unsafe. Like, her kid was driving this car. Alright, Scamps Automotive. Keep on wrenching.